It's the age-old question children always ask. Who would win in a fight between zombies and plants? It's just me that thought that, isn't it? Well, PopCap answered that little ginger weirdo's thoughts and created Plants vs Zombie games. The top-down tower defense game was a massive success for the company, spawning a sequel, but one genre we never thought the series would go into is the shooter genre. With seemingly no one ever asking for it, PopCap and EA have allowed this game to exist regardless of target demographics. There's only one real question to ask. Has Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare taken its roots and implemented them in a good way, or have they simply created a monster? Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare is a game that is undeniably charming. Everything from the music to character design will no doubt make you smile, that is, if you have a heart. It's this display of charm and good feelings that actually proliferate into your enjoyment. Playing competitive multi-games will always raise even the slightest level of aggression when you get killed. When you've been killed by a sunflower though, who's smiling, wearing stupid glasses and bouncing as sun rays literally shoot over its face, the aggression never manifests. I've always felt as though even if you're losing, if a game can make you feel good in any way whatsoever, it'll keep you coming back, and that's exactly what Garden Warfare does in a number of ways. First off, KD ratios don't mean anything in this game. You level up by completing character specific challenges. Each character can be leveled up, but only by completing all challenges proposed to you. They may be as simple as kill 3 enemies, but they may be as complex as getting a certain number of kills on a certain enemy using a certain weapon. This then relies the enemy team to be playing as that character, or progress is halted indefinitely. It's a leveling system that won't suit everybody, especially those that know their role in an online shooter environment. For everyone else though, it allows you to play as one of the 8 main character classes over the 2 teams, meaning there is a lot of variety to how you play within the game. If this progression is something that may pique your interest, then there's a surprising depth to Garden Warfare that isn't prevalent when you start the game. In fact, the game actually seems rather bare when you first get into the menus. The main mode is Garden Ops, in which you and up to 3 friends take on 10 waves of enemies. This mode requires you to play as flowers, meaning if you like this mode, your zombie characters will be noticeably a lower level character when you take the game online. The competitive multiplayer mode is just 2 modes and 5 maps. This may sound ridiculous even for a budget price game, but it honestly has yet to tire on me after more than 10 hours of playtime. It may not be an acceptable answer to a lot of you out there, but there will be free DLC in the form of modes and maps down the line. The 2 modes are Team Vanquish and Gardens and Graveyards. The first mode is a simple team deathmatch with a 50 kill count. You can reduce the number of enemies scored by reviving your teammates though. The latter mode is more substantial. If you have ever played Rush mode and Battlefield, you'll know exactly what Gardens and Graveyards is. One team plays the plants who must defend their 6 or 7 gardens against the enemy team of zombies. Should the zombie take the garden, the defenders will be pushed back to the next garden. Should they take all the gardens, the zombies will then receive an endgame objective in which they must complete in order to win. The zombie team only have 5 minutes to take each objective though. The plant team can lay down plants in the pots using stickers they buy and unlock, while the zombies bring up different classes out of the ground. The 12 vs 12 multiplayer mode is frantic and incredibly fun. As I've mentioned, you level up by completing character specific challenges. This means you don't essentially earn XP. Instead of earning XP, you earn coins. These coins are used to buy sticker packs that you will obtain consumables, character skins and even new character types. Fearing the worst, it looked like it was the perfect opportunity for publishers EA to implement microtransactions, but it's simply not present. It doesn't mean they won't implement them down the road, but the game works fine without them right now. The most surprising part of Garden Warfare though is just how fun the gunplay is. Both teams have 4 different classes, but not all classes have a similar one on the opposing team. There is no version of the Chomper on the zombie team, the same way there is no class like the All-Star on the plant side. It's impressive knowing that both these teams feel quite balanced and no one class really seems overpowered. It may be slim on content, but there is a lot to love about Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. It's fun, charming and a surprisingly fun shooter. The only downside is the possibility of its short life the game may have. It's a multiplayer shooter only available on Xbox consoles and soon to be on PC, and it comes out just a few weeks before one of the most highly anticipated online shooters in years, one that's also coming out for Xbox consoles and PC. Despite all that, I highly recommend that you give PvC Garden Warfare a shot. It may keep you rooted for some time. For the full written review, head on over to Gamesmack.net.